And of course, we're starting with this particular one that sort of, it makes me feel a type of way I really don't like, okay? Nathaniel Bassey, you know, the very popular gospel artist, he has actually petitioned the police over defamation of his character. Now, if you have been following trends on social media, then you will know that Mercy Chinwo, you know, has been in the spotlight in the last couple of days. And why, you want to ask, why are people talking about Mercy Chinwo? Not just Mercy Chinwo, but her husband and her baby as well. Of course, we know Mercy Chinwo had a baby not too long ago, her first child right after her marriage. And the couple decided, you know, just a few days ago to finally, you know, unveil the face of their newborn baby. So they uploaded this picture, you know, of Mercy Chinwo, the husband, and the baby. You know, in what one would have expected from this kind of a story was, congratulations again on the birth of your child and all of that. And quite shockingly, you know, this video now developed into something ugly. First off, some people went online, you know, and started to talk about the baby having a very uncanny resemblance to the gospel artist Nathaniel Bassey, who is not related to the couple in any way. Nathaniel Bassey, I think, is from Akwa Ibom or something like that. Mercy Chinwo is Igbo, so is the husband. And, you know, people are saying things like, the baby looks like Nathaniel Bassey. In one of the videos I saw online, you know, one of those people was actually very, very bold to actually insinuate, not even insinuate, to state boldly that Mercy Chinwo's husband should go and carry out a DNA test on that baby, because looking at the pictures, it's very obvious that Nathaniel Bassey fathered that child. And like, you know, you wonder at the audacity and the effrontery some people actually have to spread rumor, fake news. They just say things, you know, without facts, without anything, and they just run with it. Just because you have data and you have a phone and you have a privilege to have a voice, then you just go on and say things that could potentially ruin someone's life. Of course, for the first few days, the gospel artist Mercy Chinwo and her husband were quite quiet about it, which I didn't understand. I didn't understand why they were quiet about it, but finally, I'm happy to announce that the husband is actually pursuing legal redress, you know, to all of this, and I'm very happy. So first off, famous gospel musician Nathaniel Bassey petitioned the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to investigate and charge for individuals for defamation. Of course, some people on Instagram, like I mentioned before, alleged that Mercy Chinwo's child had a resemblance with Nathaniel Bassey. This created a lot of controversy online, and the gospel artists had to take legal actions against some of the individuals. All right, now also we hear that 5 people have now been summoned to court because Mercy Chinwo and her husband has also taken legal action over their son's paternity claims. The Abuja Magistrate Court has summoned 5 people for criminal defamation of the reputations of Mercy Chinwo and her husband, Pastor Blessed Uzochikwa. The 5 defendants were ordered by Chief Magistrate Emmanuel Iyanna to appear in person before the court on the 23rd of April in order for them to answer allegations leveled against them. And the 5 persons named in this court summons include Okoronkwo Ejike, Kingsley Ibe, DJ Sport Kid, Terence Ikot, and Samuel Agozie. All right, those are the 5 people that the court has actually summoned now to come and explain your, like, you have to explain yourself. How do you know that the baby someone posted a picture of doesn't belong to her and her husband, but to someone else, you know? Another guy who has his own family He has his own wife and children. Like, the way people behave on social media, you know, then you begin to look at it from the angle the federal government is looking at it too. And the reason why they are calling for regulation of social media. These are some of the reasons. You don't just run around carrying, I don't even know what to call it. Because this kind of a thing is potentially devastating. You can ruin someone's marriage. You can ruin someone's life. All right? You can do some damage that cannot be corrected because of a careless statement. A baby can look like anybody. A baby can look like anybody. In my lifetime, in fact, when I was in the university, I met a lady who, before I met her, people were asking me, do you have a sister? Do you have a sister in FAS? That's the Faculty of Arts and Social Studies, I guess. Do you have a sister in FAS? I was in FNS, Faculty of Natural Sciences. And I'm like, no, at least I know I'm not a twin. At least I'm sure of that. And they were like, she looks so much like you. In fact, you could, from the back, you think this lady is me. And one day, I went to campus in the hot afternoon, and I was looking, you know the way you'll be looking at someone's back view, and you are telling yourself, this person actually looks like me. And then I had to move closer to this lady. And then I turned around and I looked at her. It was like I was looking at myself in the mirror. True story. I don't know her from anywhere. We've never met before until that day. The only difference is in the voice pitch. She has a very tiny, birdie kind of voice. And I have this husky voice. She has that very tiny voice. All right. That was the only difference. It was like we were staring at the mirror, you know, both of us. And, you know, she jumped on me, I jumped on her, we just hugged, and that was it. I can't forget, her name is Omo, but after school, of course, we didn't. What I'm trying to say is, one person can look like so many other people, all right? That's why you have people called doppelganger. You have your own doppelganger. That is someone who looks like you. I have met someone who looks like me. Myself, I have met. So when you see a baby, looks like someone you know, and all that, does not expressly mean that baby was fathered by that child. And not only did you even think it in your head, you went online, you know, because you have data on a phone, and then you just started castigating this innocent woman who was just, you know, appreciating God for, you know, the wonderful gift of a child, and just showing the face of the child to the world for the very first time with her husband. And then the whole social media space is talking about how this baby looks like another person. Therefore, she must have stepped out on her husband, and some wuru-wuru happened. Look, I'm happy this matter is in court, and that is on a personal opinion. Anyways, the 5 people have been summoned by this Abuja High Court. So on the 23rd of this month, the 5 of you, AGK Kingsley, DJ Sport Kid, Terence and Samuel, you will all have to go and answer and tell them how you know, how you conducted DNA with your eyes and knew that somebody's child belongs to another person. Anyways, well, according to a criminal complaint submitted by the complainant's attorneys, the defendants alleged activities amounted to cyber stalking, harmful falsehoods, and cyber intimidation directed at Mercy Chinwo and her husband. And the complainants claimed that the defendants' purported conduct violated sections 14(1)(b) of the Cybercrimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Act of 2015, as well as section 391 of the Penal Code. This is a criminal offense, all right? So, and I'm happy that the case is being pursued legally. So, as events unfold regarding this matter, I shall be updating us. All right. So I hope everybody will learn something from this. You don't just go online and say things about people, especially if they are not factual. You don't have your facts, you don't know nothing, but you just assume, and then you run with those assumptions. It could lead you into serious wahala. All right. So